All right, Steph. So let's talk about a guy that I know you're high on. It's Javonte Williams. Yes. You say it the best. Round 2 for running backs is the new round 1. And Javonte went at pick 35 overall, very, very early in round 2 to the Denver Broncos, who traded up to get him. So, Steph, tell me about Javonte Williams. What is your expectation for him, not only in 2021, but beyond for this Broncos football team?
When young, 3-down skill set, workhorse prototype running backs get good draft capital, you have to love them in dynasty. Look at all the high-end running backs that were taken just a season ago. Even with 28-year-old contract year Melvin Gordon there in year 1, I'm not fading Javonte Williams because of Melvin Gordon at all. And last year you had plenty of incoming talent at the running back position that had to earn snaps, earn carries, and earn receiving volume against incumbent backs. We had Mark Ingram there for J.K. Dobbins, Darrell Henderson there for Cam Akers. We had Marlon Mack and Nyheim Hines there for Jonathan Taylor. DeAndre Swift went into a backfield where he had Adrian Peterson and Kerryon Johnson. Now, I know some of those names aren't mountains that you have to climb for these rookies, but what's more likely for Melvin Gordon to have one of his best seasons at age 28, 3 years past the age apex, or that his decline continues and Javonte Williams can be a 3-down workhorse for part of 2021. Now, I'm just saying that's in the range of outcomes, and that's not what I would project for Javonte Williams. The other running backs in that backfield are Mike Boone and Royce Freeman. But that doesn't scare me at all for Javonte Williams, a guy who was taken early in the second round. And even in seasonal leagues, I think Javonte Williams could be a phenomenal value because he checks every single box. He has the ideal size at 5'11", 212. That's the Cam Akers, DeAndre Swift, Miles Sanders, Alvin Kamara type of athletic measurables. He's still just 21 years old. He had proven college production and was very efficient in college in all facets of the game. He's an early declare coming out of UNC. His measurables maybe are not elite, but good enough that he's going to be productive in the NFL when given the opportunity. I have Williams as a mid-first round in Superflex rookie drafts. If I'm in your league, he's not falling past the 109 because you got the big 3 quarterbacks, Jamar Chase, Kyle Pitts, Najee, Etienne, and then I think you have to go Javonte. And I wouldn't even debate anybody too hard if you had Javonte Williams over Travis Etienne. And I'm huge on the Etienne hype train right now.
Man, that's wild to hear you say that, but I'm with you. I like Javonte Williams. I think he's a great prospect, and he's that perfect balance. And, if you look at his college production, it's enough of a sample size where you can say, hey, look at his efficiency on the ground and through the air. And sample size is big enough where you trust it. But yet he didn't get so much work that he's already, 1,000+ touches into his career as someone who is just getting pounded time and time again at the college level. So he doesn't have too much tread on his tires because he did split with Michael Carter. But he showed us enough to where I really believe that he's going to be really, really good in the NFL. And we were talking before we pressed record, Steph, about Javonte Williams. And we both really believe that his upside is a 3-down workhorse role. Now, depending on competition in the backfield moving forward, that doesn't always happen. But based on his size and based on his ability in the passing game, he could definitely get there if the opportunity presents itself. I know the speed is a little bit slower than we'd like, but he's right there, the Chris Carson, Kareem Hunt level speed range. So he's not going to bust off any 95-yard touchdown runs, but if he does get into open space, he can make things happen. So I think this offense in Denver is going to take a step forward this season. I think Teddy is an upgrade at quarterback. You get Jeudy in year 2. You get Courtland Sutton back. I like it. And in terms of that receiving ability, the Panthers last season were 8th in target distribution to the running back. Now Teddy Bridgewater comes from Carolina to Denver. He does have that tendency to check it down. Javonte Williams could get used in the receiving game a good amount this season. So I know Melvin Gordon's there, but at age 28, being a free agent after the 2021 season, I think 2021 is kind of going to be that passing of the torch from Melvin Gordon to Javonte Williams. So in terms of redraft leagues, I'm pumping the brakes a little bit, but I think similar to a Cam Akers last season to a J.K. Dobbins, we could see Javonte really start to pick up some steam towards the end of the season as a rookie. But in 2022, especially if Melvin Gordon's gone, it is absolute wheels up for Javonte Williams in this Denver offense.
The Broncos are a team like the Steelers, like the Patriots that we've talked about on the show. They're a team that wants to run the ball, play good defense to win games. They're not the Chiefs. They're not the Packers. And Teddy Bridgewater is going to keep that engine running if Drew Lock busters out like he typically does. They should be able to sustain longer drives. The offensive line is, I would say, above average with Garrett Bowles breaking out last year, all their front five guys returning. With a 27-year-old Melvin Gordon, an undrafted free agent Phillip Lindsay, the Broncos are still 13th in run plays per game last year. And although he was inefficient, Melvin Gordon was still top 10 in carries amongst our running backs. And this is a team, you mentioned already, the stacked skill position group. Melvin Gordon saw 64% of his carries with 6 or fewer defenders in the box. So that is a top tier. That's top 5 in terms of light box rate. And there were 58 targets to the running back position in this offense. So the volume's definitely going to be there. I think the skill set that Javonte Williams offers is going to be utilized, and the team is telling us that by the fact that they drafted up to get him early in the second round.
Boom.